Sup everyone, it's Jambors, and today we're gonna talk about Festival da Canção, which released all their songs, and I have an opinion, guys. Let's talk about it. First of all, thank you that you're following my channel, that you're here, that you're watching this video. And this video will focus on Portugal national selection, which I've talked a lot with head of delegation and a producer of RTP, Carla Bugalho. So you can find a link here and watch it because it's really interesting, because you will understand why Festival da Canção is Festival da Canção, and you then won't be surprised of how it's structured, what kind of songs are there, and it's make it a bit predictable. I must say at the very beginning of this video that I have a really problem to pick more songs. There's just one which stands out for me, and the reason is that from all of those studio versions we are able to hear right now on YouTube, on other social media, that it's not my style. It's very traditional, very Portuguese, for me less diverse than I would expect, probably very diverse even from last year's selection, where I think was in general better songs maybe for the international ear of mine, because we must as well respect and agree and see a wider picture that making Portuguese national selection means that you are doing it actually kind of for 400 million people, kind of. That's the different kind of approach of music as well, that the approach is understandable, it's relevant, and it was many times said it will be like this because that's the Portuguese way, that's how they want to do it, that's their way, their philosophy, and I like it because they're supporting their own market, which has the chance to grow, which has the chance to learn, which has the chance to stand out as well. And sometimes it will work and sometimes it won't work, but definitely the way how they're doing it makes sense, and that's a huge thing, you know. That's a really huge thing, and we must understand that not each year it must be great, but what we has to learn as well, and we learned it many times, that Portuguese are awesome with live performance. So sometimes those studio versions doesn't really sound that good, or they're just missed something because you just can't, you know, focus on the artist because you're just hearing it and you just don't see the spark in their eyes, which they always have, because they're mostly singing about things their experience, which they are tense to them, which they are theirs. It's something which we miss in a lot of songs which are just made for Eurovision by songwriting teams which has no attachment with the artist, and the artist has no real attachment with the song. And in live performance, such connection is super important, and you don't really need to understand the lyrics then, because you just feel it with your heart. There's no kind of sheets and statistics which can show you mathematically how this works. So this is maybe even the reason why Salvador Sobral won, because it was absolutely heart touching, and no one in the future, in near future, will be given such many points or so many points from, you know, juries and televotes. It won't happen because we lack this kind of personal feelings in songs sometimes. But that's as well good for the diversity. I think we can't say whoever how they should do it, and all, you know, all ways can be relevant, but I would prefer the ways which has their own, well, let's say face, you know, something which we predict, something which we know what to expect, and we can be surprised by the quality, you know, of it. But it will make sense. The Festival da Canção next year will be similar with the plurality of the Portuguese vibes, and that's what I like. There are actually two songs which are sung in English, and they just don't have this appeal. they just missing something, in my opinion. It's just a bit fabricate. One sounds like completely something, like exact something we know from the past, well, and the one which is called Dancing in the Stars, it sometimes feels made up for me. You know, I think it's bland, it's kind of a flat, but I think it kind of counts for all the songs, or most of the songs in this selection, that I miss something from them. No really song, just one, which kind of stands out for me, which will let me to hear it for longer time, or twice. It was hard for me. I went through this playlist few times, and really only one song I really enjoyed only one, you know. So maybe the problem is that I'm not a big fan of the traditional music. Maybe it sounds everything a bit same to me, but I can be very, very wrong, because as I said before, Portuguese are great live, and live performance can change a lot, you know, like a lot. So what song I like, what songs I would put my bet, what song I would like to have at Eurovision if I can choose from the studio version, is the song from the artist, which is called Mema. Yeah, maybe you didn't expect it, but that's something which stands out from studio versions of Festival de Canção by a lot. And the song, which name is Claro como Aqua. I understand what it means, but I don't understand those lyrics. I didn't translate them. It still talks to me, and that's important. That's the spirit of songs, that it talks to you just through themselves, by themselves, not just by the lyrics, but by the music, by the flow, by the voice, charisma of the singer. That means something. So I think this song stands out. So I'm really curious what Portugal will choose. But based on what we know right now, I will choose this 12 points. 12 points, yeah. Guys, so tell me what you think, what you would choose, and tell me why. I'm really curious as well for whys, because it's not just about what, but why. So write me comments below and discuss with me, or use my social media, Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. We can discuss anywhere. I'm alright with that. And please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it with your friends, because that can help me as well. Watch my interview with Carla Bugalho, because I think it's very important for you to understand why Portugal is doing what they're doing, and it makes sense, and it has continuity, and it's something I'm a big fan of. Even the style I would choose is different. I super respect this, because for me it makes sense. It's a philosophy, it's a vision, it's a way how you can build a really nice house, which is a story I was talking in my recent video as well. I'm a big fan of Portugal, by the way, so really curious what's gonna happen, and wish them luck for the best possible performances. And for you, well, I see you next time. Bye.